This sense of safety, in India we don't really talk about it, but it is extremely essential. Prevalence of teasing and bullying in school, similarly sort of victimization, peer aggression, bullying by the teachers, right, as well. Someone, of course there are cases other way around, teachers being bullied by students as well, but those things create this entire social context of feeling very insecure. So why would a child go to a place which is insecure, right? So, and those things cumulatively contribute to dropping out, and then school starts becoming completely irrelevant. And these student level outcomes, something that we do in school is these things: disciplinary practices, right? There are some policies, there is some sort of implementation, all right? But if the policies are clear across the entire body of student body, teachers, all the stakeholders, implemented consistently as well as in fair manner. If these three things are done right, then disciplinary practices can strongly influence the students' safety as well as engagement domains. Similarly, teaching learning practices, we talk a lot about it, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, mainly because of the time constraint. But of course, there are even teachers' expectations from the children. Okay, forget about teaching, how you are teaching, whether you have explanation, questioning, other skills. But if you expect something from the student, that itself is one of the biggest predictors of success, child success. At least teacher is expecting something from me, that I am going to do something. That itself is one of the strongest predictors. And student support systems. This also includes the sense of community. Alright, relationship between teacher students. If students are having some sense of respect, do they feel that? So we have conducted questionnaires, and some students say that in past 5 years, this teacher has never used my name while referring to me. Alright? Always being called upon by some other names. Never used my name. Or never asked me a single question whenever there is class discussion going on. Right? Suddenly all these things start contributing to school being irrelevant. So that's why things are very important, and something we can do something about is also schools management and administration, because they have direct control over these three big domains. Right? I'll quickly round off, just a couple of minutes. All right.
What is the relations between teachers?
Between. So relations between teachers, students, teachers and teachers also. Students know that, okay, what is the relation that this teacher has with the other teacher, right? So it's society. They all know. And then if one teacher is good with me, I'm going to leverage that relationship in order to give something back to the teacher that I don't like. Right? Students know that. They do it all the time. Right? अरे वो टीचर ने तो ऐसा कहा था, आपने क्यों ऐसा कहा? Right? They do this. Why? Because you don't talk to each other. So that also contributes. So relationship between teachers, of course students and students, and of course they also know what is the relation between the administration and the teacher, right? So entire gamut of extracurricular activities, everything contribute to engagement as well as, for example, class assembly, school assembly, extremely important to build up this sense of community in the school. But if you think that, okay, how is it contributing to math outcome? You may not find any empirical evidence. But it is extremely important to build up this engagement and generate this sense of safety. Right? So there are a lot of things that schools do that you cannot really reduce it to some just math or science or, let's say, English outcomes. So this is the entire social, emotional ecology that school provides. And here we are not talking about AC rooms or infrastructure or big cricket grounds or anything. We are not talking about hard infrastructure at all. This is the soft infrastructure in the school. They enter the social fabric that the school provides.